Hello, this is Reverend Don Lewis coming to you from beautiful Florida. And today our question comes to us from Phoenix Knormalle. And Phoenix Knormalle would like to know how we go about identifying a ley line. And the reason for this question is that recently Phoenix was walking with a friend, and as they were coming to a river, the friend said, "Oh, there's a ley line right there running adjacent to the river." And Phoenix asked his friend, "How do you know this?" And the friend said, "Meh." And Phoenix would like to know how you would know such a thing. And my answer to this is that there are a couple of ways. In terms of determining ley lines, you can do it with tools or without. And in terms of ley lines are to the earth what energetic meridians are to your body, and there are a lot of them. There are major ley lines and also minor ley lines. There are natural ley lines and also ley lines created through use, both intentionally and unintentionally created through use. So there are many potential ley lines out there to be identified. Again, both major and minor. And how would you do this without tools? Well, you would feel it. If you work a lot with energy, you can become very sensitive to energy, and you can simply feel the concentration of energy moving in the line. And the fact that it would be moving in a line that would continue to go would be how you would know it as a ley line as opposed to a vortex, which would be more localized. And they don't all feel exactly the same, but it's a much stronger energy than would otherwise be there. And again, it's moving in a line that you can follow, either physically or psychically, and see where it's going. And some people can do this just by doing it. Others have to intentionally open to the energy and then find it. But if you're sensitive to energy and you've worked with energy a lot, you could feel them in that way. The other thing you can do is use a tool, but in this case you'd have to be specifically looking for it. And there are a number of tools. One is a pendulum that could be used for dowsing where the lines are and to find their path. The other are dowsing wands. And dowsing wands are made in a couple of different ways, but what happens is that they react physically to the presence of the energy that you are looking for. You want to charge them for what you're seeking. Famously, historically, they've been used to search for water, but they can also be used to search for pretty much anything else if you charge them appropriately. So these are the ways in which you would identify a ley line. Now, again, how do you know it's a ley line? Well, because of the shape and the heightened energy. If it's just all in one place, it's more likely to be a vortex. But if it's moving in a line, well, then you would assume that it is a ley line. And again, some of these are natural. Some of these are the result of physical or psychic use. And some of them are stronger than others. Some of those that are established by use will last a long time, some will not. Ley lines created by use might also be described as an energetic signature, indicating where energy is flowing. But it's still a kind of ley line, at least according to how I use the terminology. So these would be my thoughts on the subject. I hope you find them helpful, and until next time, may your blessed be.
Lower self, that part of ourselves of which we are easily aware, the physical, the emotional, and the mental aspects of the being. Through meditation and magic, we can access our higher selves, which include the astral or creative level of our being, our soul, those traits which make us a distinct aspect of deity, our monad, the level of which we are divine but separate, and ultimately the divine level at which all is one.